Hi, I'm Karen, and this is All About That Fringe. Welcome or welcome back. I'm going to just chat with you for a few minutes tonight. I just finished teaching, had my computer on. I don't have any makeup on because I don't do that very often. Although I think you catch me a lot of times. I'm like, I had makeup on anyway. I might as well talk to you. Um, but tonight during my class, fun story is I started out wearing Morning Brew in Butterbeer Blonde by Beltress. And then we had a little break, and I went to make myself something to eat during my break, and I popped her off because I was doing something on the stove and there was a lot of steam and whatever. So I popped off my Morning Brew to do that, and then I came back in here with my little bowl to eat and get started for the second half of class. And I realized I had no hair on. And then right next to me was sitting Flirting with Fashion. She was on my little mannequin over here by Raquel Welch. And I actually got Flirting with Fashion from a wig sister. And I really like her. She's super cute. This is um, iced pumpkin spice, which I have never done before. I've seen it. I've kind of like lusted over it because I think it's a great color. And it just didn't happen that that color and a style that I liked kind of came together yet. And so a wig sister friend of mine, a wig bestie friend of mine, and I sort of have some things that we of each other's that we have found that look better on each other than they did on ourselves. And she had suggested this to me, and I love her. Um, she's a little shaggy, and she's got little poofy shag in the back. Not sure if you can see that. And she's got a lace front. She's temple to temple lace front, so I could wear her off my face a little bit more like that if I wish to. But I'm kind of wearing her down a little bit because I like this ear tuck thing I have going on and kind of a little bit of poof here. And let's just see, there we go. And so what else can I tell you about her? She is let's see, I've got it right here in another window. It's Sheer Indulgence Temple to Temple Lace Front. I'm going to tell you, I haven't, I know that my friend washed her before she sent her over to me. It's just a little scratchy in the lace. And it's like I said, it's temple to temple. So right here where my fingers are is where the lace goes to. So it gives it, like I said, really nice hairline if I really want to push her off my face. But she's a little scratchy. So next time I wash her, I might wash her with the John Renault shampoo, because for whatever reason, the John Renault shampoo seems to soften the lace just a little bit on the other ones that I've washed. I have an Aesthetica shampoo, I have a Rene Paris shampoo, and I have a oh, I can't remember what it's called. It's it's what like a deep moisturizing one too that I have. And all for synthetic wigs. And anyway, long story short, I find that the John Renault shampoo does a really nice job of just making the lace feel just a little bit softer. I don't know. So next time she gets washed, what's going to happen. Um, she has a monofilament top. You can part her anywhere. I've got her in an old left part. She's a little thick in the part, to be honest with you, but that's okay. I don't mind. I think it works on this style. If I really stretch it, you can see it. It's nighttime, so I don't have the best lighting going on right now. She also had really dark roots, which is what my wig sister friend wasn't crazy about. And so when I got her here, I knew exactly what she was talking about, because the line of the rooting was really harsh. And so I had some red root spray, and I just did a quick zh there. And I just kind of blended it in. Look, took like 30 seconds. It was just enough, but I needed to use some Windex and a paper towel to clean out my sink. Um, and it just I don't know if you can see it. It gave it a really nice blend. I'm not going to take her off right now, but she has velvet lined ear tabs. She's got a memory cap 3 base and a velvet lined nape. And let me see. I've got her like right underneath my wig grip. She's got a nice fit. A lot of times I find that the Raquel Welches, I have a 21 1/4 inch circumference. Sometimes I find them a little bit roomy. She's actually a little snug with my white grip on, really secure snug, not uncomfortable snug, um, but but comfortable. I think that if I were to let everything out, I could probably get a lot more going out of her for a larger head. Anyway, why am I here? Um, I wanted to talk about some upcoming ideas that I have, and I want your feedback. And so you can leave comments here on YouTube. Please hit the subscribe button before you do. I would really like that, so that you can get a notification or find it easily when I do post. Um, and then you can also, if you want to, comment on Facebook, because on All About That Fringe, I will post this video and then you could comment there if that's easier for you. But still subscribe, because I'd really like it if you would. Um, let me know a couple of things. So first question, if I were to sell some more from my collection, which I absolutely intend to do, most of them are brand new, just try it on for pictures. Many of them I haven't even taken pictures of yet, so I need to get my act together and get that done. But some of them I know I'm not going to keep because the color or the style or the length, or I have a couple of things that like they're just too much of a duplicate with something else. One thing I've worn, the other thing I haven't. So I'll sell the ones that I haven't, resell the ones that I haven't worn. I'm not a retailer. This is completely my personal collection. But last time I did that, I also did a couple giveaways. And I did a giveaway for a short blonde and a long blonde. I did a short straight blonde and a long curly blonde. And one was like a platinum and one was a little, was a RH 1488 Aesthetica. So it was like a nice, not platinum, not too dark blonde, sort of like right in the middle, but a lighter blonde. So I was thinking this time I should give away something that is a brunette or an auburn or like a funky color, like, like a wild, crazy color. Um, and and so I want to know, what should I gift away? Like, what do you think I should gift away? And so short, long, auburn, brunette, funky color. Those are the choices. I think I'll stay away from the blondes this time in terms of the giveaways, just because I've just done two. Then the other question is, what are you looking for? I'm gonna go through a lot of my things, but like, what should I prioritize in terms of putting up? Like, what are you looking for? Not specifically a style and a color, although that would be good to know too. But if you're thinking like, I could really use a mid-length or shoulder length such and such shade area, like whatever, what are you in the market for? Or if you really like certain brands, maybe mention that. That's fine. So just so I know what you're looking for. And then the other thing, last thing, third thing, maybe, is the way I have All About That Fringe set up right now. It's just I can post my pictures, which I am pathetically behind on. And I'm sorry, and I'll catch up. Some of the other sites limit how many pictures I can put. And like, for instance, there's a Columbia that I got from a wig sister, and I decided to wash her and then straighten her. And I'm still in the process of making her my own. And that transition is going to take a lot of pictures to kind of see what I did. And I wanted a space to do that. And that was one of the reasons why I created the page. But I currently have it set up as a page and not a group. And so you can comment when I put things there. If you are gifted something or you buy something that I'm selling, you can do a review. Like, that's all public and open. And it's a public page. I was thinking of creating a group, like an offshoot group that you can post in. But I also don't want to take away from all the other groups that you're already in. And I want it to be something that's useful and not just redundant. And so I don't know what that would look like. As many of you know, in my other life, I am a mental health professional. And so a lot of times the things I talk about and the things I do have to do with kind of more of a psychological perspective on dealing with, hair loss and helper hair and the way we treat each other and all of those things. So there's an opportunity there, not to do therapy, but if there's a different type of support that you think you'd like, I'm like, that's something I've been kind of percolating on. I don't know what it would mean to have another site where people could buy and sell. There's so much scamming going on, and I'm not sure how to protect y'all from it. And I don't think I can protect y'all from it. So if I open that up, it's going to be with a bunch of disclaimers about the fact that I can only protect you so much. But I want to think about ways that that could happen if you do want another space for that, if there's a different type of thing that you'd like to see happen. I don't want to take away from the many really great sites that are already out there. So Wig Studio One has a wig and topper support group that's got tens of thousands, probably 20,000 at this point, members to it. It's an incredible space. People share their pictures. They might ask questions. That support group is meant for people who want to buy at Wig Studio One or will be purchasing at Wig Studio One. And while you can sometimes put things up that you might have gotten from a Wig Pal and that sort of thing, it's really meant to build their business. And I totally get that. Sometimes people complain about that, but hey, wait a minute. Like, they're paying people to monitor that page, and it is tied into the education that they provide and the products that they sell. And it should be. I'm not a retailer. I'm not selling any products. I'm only reselling some of my personal collection, and that has nothing to do with becoming a big retailer. That is not my gig. Andrea's doing a great job. Also, another retailer that has a page is Spellbound Wigs. And Sherry from Spellbound Wigs is wonderful. She has a brick and mortar store, and she also has online sales, and very much like Wig Studio One, she's got some great clearance finds and does sales now and then, actually quite often. But on her page, she does different types of things compared to the Wig Studio One site. And so I wouldn't want to duplicate what happens on either of those pages. She's really great about answering like wig related questions or, showing you particular things that she might have. And it's on a much smaller scale and than what happens on Wig Studio One, which has literally hundreds of posts by the members. So that's another space that I think is like a good space and doing wonderful stuff. There are a couple of resale sites, and I'm not going to mention all of their names, but I want to say that Flaunt That Wig and Joyce Ashman, like, that site is really a great site. And what that site does is, like, you can just say, hey, I got this and I bought this. And some people are buying their wigs on Amazon. God bless you if it's working for you. Okay. But I can't take all the time it takes to make that my own and make it a wearable product, but I know some of you have and can, and that's a fun little project for you to have and do. And you're allowed to talk about that there, whereas the other sites you might not be able to do that. And Joyce also has an outreach, which I think is pretty fabulous, and I want to kind of give a shout out to that. And what she'll do is she'll buy these big blocks of wigs and she'll sell them at the price of shipping plus a donation. And shame on you if you're not making a donation, because those donations go towards her outreach that covers shipping and everything that's related to her providing many, many, many countless wigs to people who need them and can't get them, can't afford them. And so that's a great place. Like, the stuff that happens there is really good. So I don't want to duplicate those things, or there are a couple of pages that I belong to that are just purely resale sites. People post their stuff. You buy, you don't. But there's scams on all of those, which is why I think Spellbound Wigs and Wig Studio One do not allow resales on their pages because they're businesses and they're selling new wigs and they're also selling their clearance items, and there's just too much liability and there's too much messiness around the resale stuff. So I'm kind of hesitant to include that. Um, but I'd like to hear why that would make sense to have another place for that to happen. And if there were another place to have that happen, what would it do differently? Or what would it do the same that would be useful? Um, and then the other thing is, I do a decent amount of donations both to groups where gender expansive folks are having trouble getting products that reflect their gender identity, and to the cancer center where I've gone for my infusions for my disease for many years. And so between the two of those places, I've done quite a bit of donating. Um, and whether it's through Matters of Gender or whether it's through the Cancer Center, I also would like to think about other ways that we as Wig pals can be philanthropic, and whether it's through things like Joyce's outreach or whether it's through other things. Um, is that another space that could be created where there could be something? And you hear my dog whining in the background. I think he's ready for a treat and he's ready for me to stop talking at the computer. One of the things in particular that I thought was that it'd be nice to have people have a way to connect, regionally, locally, that kind of thing. Again, I'm not sure what that looks like and what we would do around safety around it. But there's this forum, there's this space, and what makes sense? What's where are the holes that we can fill in some spaces? Do we want to do some sort of thing where people can connect in real time? Yeah, so think about all this stuff. Okay, and I think I need to take him out and give him a treat. My boy Baloo is 14 years old, so whatever he wants, he can just totally have. Please be kind to each other. Please be safe. Please be honest. Please be gentle with yourselves too. And subscribe, leave your comments, and I'll see you soon.